Hello. Hello, everybody. Kaya here, per usual. Um, and I need to make sure the music is working because for me, and I know it's just because of my headphones, but the music sounds awful. I decided to put some music on for this one. Thought it'd be a good idea. Let me just look at how it sounds on stream real quick. Then we'll have it going. Hello, Sneaky. Shockingly early per usual. Give me one moment. Oh, Lord. Is there no audio? Um, what the what? Sneaky, can you hear me? I can't hear anything on the phone. Oh, it's because my phones are also connected to these headphones somehow. How the hell? How's that even possible? I don't know. The music sounds awful. I decided to put some music on for this one. The music is quiet. Turn it up a little bit. Let me just look at it. Yeah, back it down a little bit. We'll get back to present. No, mic and aux need to go up more actually. Okay. Alright, that should be good. Just give it a second to catch up so I can get one final test on this audio here. This is what I've been working on. This is my Kaya model. It's supposed to look like me. It just kind of resembles me. Okay, we're good. So, yeah, so here's the thing. I've been working on this for a minute now, and I've got a lot done here. We've gone through several various changes. This is the second time I've ever made 3D character, like an actual character. Because usually, what I did before this was hard surface modeling, which, here, let me, I think I have it on me. Here's one of the things, here's my biggest project that I've done. This is a whole room. Hide all this stuff. You can see we got like, this took me over a month to do. You can see, we got like a refrigerator here. We even got little outlets all over the walls. We have a little table here with a knife coming out. Some of these things, like, they look good from far away, but if you look closely, you can see, like, a lot of, like, noob issues on these. Like, you can see bad topology right here. Like, this probably could have used a subdivision. Okay, no, it actually couldn't. That looks atrocious. Good choice on that one. But maybe if you just shaded it auto smooth, see? Looks a little better. But these are just, like, there's a lot of issues like that in here that at the time I would not have been able to fix, but now I have a little bit more knowledge. Just slightly, though. Got all the drawers here. Got a floating blender. And if you look close to the blender, it looks kind of buns, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like, it doesn't matter how these things look up close, because from afar they actually look really nice. At least fine. I'm pretty proud of all these tools. These were probably, like, some of the hardest things to make, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe, I mean, I struggled on the oven, but when I was making these, I don't know, I just, like, so I made this one, I just, sized it down a few times. Then I made this one, I sized it down. But these things, good God, these things were nightmares. This one took a minute because it kept looking weird. This one still looks weird. This one was easier than expected. I thought this was going to be a doozy. These are all individual objects though, but they're just parented to this. Going over here, I think this is probably the best looking thing in the whole, thing. Hello, hi Addie. I see you. But this is probably the one that was probably best. I don't know. The upstairs, you can see I kind of like fell off a little bit upstairs. Like I was making some interesting things. Like I made these Rubik's cubes, and I made this alarm clock. Come back to class, bruh, Skipper. I ain't going to class right now. Listen, y'all, I got a story now. And I'm gonna start working back again on the other one while I do it. That's a guitar neck. But you're still in class. Bro's messaging me this from my 5th period. Anyways, no, guys, I didn't come to class today for a very good reason. It's because we aren't able to really... They wouldn't let us use Wi-Fi during the testing. And some ridiculous bullshit happened yesterday during testing. Like, we kept losing power and Wi-Fi, so they're having to redo the testing. And today I would have sat in my 4th period for 3.5 hours with a bunch of little freaking hillbillies, dude. And that would have sucked. So I'm home doing something productive instead. But as you can see, this model's not looking too shabby, right? My main problems are with the hair and the face. I have tried and tried and tried and tried and tried on this face to get to look how I want. But this is what I've come to. This has gone through... I love you too, Addie. This has gone through various different versions, right? So we have, this is the current version with the current mouth. And then, let's get rid of all this. Let's just take this, all this. Hide it. This was the last head. So this is like an empty version. Right, this is what our head kind of used to look like. Yes, it is a mini Kaya. And we have the eyes in there. This looked okay, but there's just something wrong with it. I didn't like how this one was. And then we had the original head is probably the worst one. Oh wait, no, here's new head. This is the worst one. This one is a fucking genuinely atrocious. I don't know. I tried to do this method I saw where it was like, oh, this is how how you actually get it. Look, y'all. This might work for something, but it ain't working for this. This one was really, really bad. Yeah, this version of it. You can see I really was trying to make this method work. I think this just isn't right for this style. Maybe if I made like the proportions larger. Like bigger eyes and a little nose and... I don't know, I keep trying to make this mouth method work, but every time I make it, it just looks really bad. And then here's what it looked like before I added the features. And you can see we have like the layout here. Like this would be the eye. These would be the eyes, and then we have the mouth. So I don't even know what like even went wrong, but it just never looked good. And this one looks especially bad. But that is nothing compared to the original Kaya. Alright, here's the original one before I switched it back. Before I like redid all the clothing and stuff, it looks like this. What the hell? What is up with this? What's up with this? There we go. It looked like this, and this isn't like that bad. For my first attempt at doing a solo character creation, because I actually I used Joey Carlino's tutorial on box modeling and made a character. That's posted on my Twitter. Which is Kaya Silly Zero, if anyone's wondering. But that, this isn't awful, and I printed it out a few times. My friends liked it, but you can see my entire body is flat. The shirt is so simple. Everything. I didn't add any extra subdivisions on any of this either. You can see the face is just like, this was the original face. And it's like, it's not awful, but it's just a little whack. But something I forgot to do is I haven't looked at the new one with the glasses on. Oh god, and now when I react, this is atrocious. There's a lot of assets here. So, when you close and open a collection, you have to go back through and turn everything on and off. Okay, there we go. So this is the current form, although I'll probably not go with this mouth. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I don't actually like it. But if we add, let me put the glasses back onto it. The glasses back onto it? I had glasses, I have glasses, I made them. Where are the glasses? That's the original shirt. Oh, here they are. They're just not named right. See, y'all name your stuff correctly or else you'll get confused. It's just like she's here with us. It pretty much is. It's like I'm in class with you right now instead of at my house in my pajamas, sitting around, 3D modeling. Now that I put the glasses on, it actually looks even worse. Okay, these glasses aren't right, but let's just move them up a little bit. Okay, not bad. Why are the hands massive? Well, the hands are massive because it's just like a cartoony looking thing. I'm going for cartoony, which is weird because when you look closer to the face, it looks like I'm going realistic, but I'm not trying to. But the hands are big because it's just a little cartoon Kaya. But I suppose I could like make them smaller if you look at it, because that's what they look like. That's what they are under everything. Just this. We could probably just like I'm selecting faces. There are no faces. I think it'll just look weird if I make it smaller though. Ooh. All right, how's that? No, I'm kidding. They're not so. That's intentional. That's what I'll say. That's intentional because I mean like if I went in, I could make them smaller by like bringing these in a little bit. Like moving them in and then making them smaller. Making this smaller. But it doesn't look right because that's not how I intended to make it. So we're going to keep it like that for now because I don't have time to fix it. I mean, I do. I have all the time in the absolute universe, but I don't feel like fixing that. What I do feel like fixing is this mouth. I'm almost okay with everything else, but this mouth is just truly like, I'm going to throw a temper tantrum over this mouth someday because it just does not look good right now to me. I'm thinking maybe let me try again using this weird method because I don't want to remake the head again. I've remade it so many times now. I mean, look at all these backups. So maybe I will use the original head and just try to make a better mouth that comes out of the face like this. I don't know though. Because this one doesn't look good either. I don't know why it's like not even on the face. But when I try to put it actually like on the face with the shrink wrap modifier, it just like goes in. And solidifying it doesn't add thickness. I mean, it does, but it doesn't at the same time. Actually, no, that totally worked. I don't know what I'm yapping about. Don't listen to me. That totally worked. But it looks ridiculous. It looks so stupid out. Maybe if I take everything here and move it closer. Well, that didn't do anything. The problem with shrink wrap is I think it's going off of the vertices and not the subdivision. Which might make no sense to most people, but it's like, this isn't actually like this. This is what it, oh. Okay, no, it's definitely not going to the vertices then. Because when it is going to the vertices, that's what it looks like. Looks like I have a beak. But then when you go back out, okay, so never mind. That's not even a problem. Maybe the mouth is too wide. I don't know. Something about this is just like inescapably rough to work with. I don't know why. These freaking mouths piss me off. All right, we're gonna try doing an actual mouth one more time. Where's the other mouth I did? Or where's the other head with the mouth? Okay, this one has the mouth. We're gonna delete this because I don't like it. All right, now we're gonna try again. See, I also took away the ears on this one because at first I thought the ears were like a cool choice to have, but looking at it again, I actually don't really like it. Okay. So first things first, the topology on this is kind of rough. Like, it's not awful, it's not that bad, but trying to fit a mouth into here is pretty difficult. Because it won't let me put the edge loops where I want to. Because I want it to go just like all the way through here, but that just doesn't really work. It might be able to work if I like added a point and then split it up. And then I just added it right here. And I dissolve this edge. And then I just like connected those up. Does that make a new loop? It makes most of one. Alright, so now we can kind of work with this little smaller area, but even this is too big, so we're gonna add that part, and then add this part, and then take the vertex. We're gonna drag it down. We're gonna connect these two again. Okay, there we go. And the idea is that, this is a little too far out. The idea is that this part right here, this middle section will be the mouth. And I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna review the Joey Carlino video on making mouths again. You guys can't see this, but I'm tabbed onto YouTube right now. And I don't even like, okay, because the way he did the mouth on the cartoon box modeling one was the way I did the mouth on that one, but I don't like how that one looks. So I'm gonna go with the other one he did, which is right, where is it? Hello, 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 where is it? I know I watched it. Okay, here, I got something. Joey Carlino face modeling. Alrighty. Yeah, here. Faces are easy with this trick. Not sure. Don't ever believe anything you hear. If someone ever says something in Blender's easy, they might be right. They probably are right. You just gotta get good at it. Alright, how did he do it again? So he had all these different points that I don't have. So I need to make my topology work with this method here. So he's got... yeah, he's got all this shit going on. And his nose is built into his model, which is not built into my model. And he makes the lips really little. And he moves the lips up. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I haven't been putting enough space in between them. Because it almost looks like it looks good when he does it. You haven't said be here tomorrow or die. I almost considered not coming tomorrow, but it seems like you guys really want me tomorrow, so I'm gonna come tomorrow. The only reason I initially decided not to was because or not that I decided not to. I was thinking about it. It was kind of dependent on who was gonna be there, but I almost thought I wasn't gonna go because after school that day I have like a 3 to 9:30 shift, but it'll be okay. In fact, I have shifts every day from tomorrow to next Monday. Yeah, but in this video, he like pulls it out like this, and it doesn't look that bad. But when I did that, good God, it was atrocious. It was genuinely like mind-bogglingly bad looking when I did the same thing he's doing right here. Oh, wait, I'm noticing a difference. Wait. Oh, maybe that's why. He only moved those 2 points up. Okay, wait. Okay. Let's run this back a little bit. We need more loop cuts. Boom. Wild one here too. Or maybe just like, I wonder if I can just like artificially. Maybe that's better. So then we inset these. Okay, wait, no. Then here, let's apply the mirror modifier so that it actually becomes mirrored. And then let's turn on mirror here. So does this work? Not yet. Maybe we need to put it on Y, I think. Okay, there we go. So now we can take this whole section here and inset it. But actually, we want to inset the whole thing. So let's inset the whole thing. What in the fuck? What in the... Hold on, let me... Oh, these have more sides than expected. Okay, wait. What is this? These aren't, did I add these? Is that what I added? Can we get rid of them easily? Does that look bad when you go back out here? No, it looks like the same. Okay. So we'll just keep that part removed, and then we'll inset this bit here. Okay, it was supposed to do that on both sides, but I will forgive it this time, but next time it'll have to pay with its life. Can we inset that? There we go. Looks a little better. Let's fix this weirdness here. And he, like, if you look on the original, he had it, like, so small. So maybe that's the secret. Maybe I'm just making it way too big. Because now that I think about that, that does look, it kind of looks like that, it looks like Momo's mouth. Remember that Momo thing? Me and my homies used to be absolutely terrified of that. Like, scared to go to the bathroom at night because I think Momo's going to be out there or something. And also, you can see this is not remotely flat. It's not a flat surface. But what I think I'll try is, let me just make it really little. That's how little we're going to go. And then you take this. Take all these things, you extrude them in. Really far. I'm just kidding. Do like a little far. You see, that looks like pretty stupid. How big is someone's mouth supposed to be? Because I'm not going for realism, but if I'm going to it, I want the cartooniness to be like, almost like based on proper anatomy. So, face anatomy. Like, how large is someone's mouth supposed to be? Looks like it goes about to the middle of the under the eye, and on ours, it's gonna like almost the edge of the eye. So let's make that a little bigger. Let's go back to here. Take these two edges and just like move them out. And that makes that weird effect because I didn't do it right. I'm tweaking, y'all. Never rely on any of this for anything. Don't rely on no. Oh, it's because I turned it off. Okay, you might be able to rely on it for some things if you turn it off. Maybe if I set this to face, I can drag them along a little. Oh, okay. No. Why is this one selected? Maybe that's why I messed up. No, it just does that every time. I guess it wants to go to the center of it. Is that something I've selected? Maybe face project is what I'm looking for. No. Okay, I'm just not going to use that tool, y'all. That is atrocious and does not work. Low-key, what do we even have these points for? Like, what are these points even for? We're just like... The problem is that these become n-gons. And those aren't good. So we'll give those back. I don't know, this is just like, this is what it feels like all the time to 3D model as someone who is pretty new to 3D modeling. I mean, I've been doing it for a few months, but I haven't really, I don't know anywhere near enough, in my opinion. Okay, that still looks smooth, kinda. Let's now we'll extrude it in and see if just that plain mouth will look a little better with this. Okay. Okay. You know, that not that bad. Alright, so we'll put that in a little bit. If we go back here, he made like, did he use another edge loop to get the, yeah, he totally did. He used another edge loop to get the lips. And we want it to be really close, but not right on top, right? Because then, you know, it's gonna So let's make another loop here. Bring it pretty close, right? Like that maybe. And then apparently we take these three, move them up pretty far too. And it's gonna look pretty dramatic right here. But apparently when we actually go to do it, it's not gonna look that dramatic. Remove this. This. Let's move this a little bit up, a little bit more over, and a little bit more up, and a little bit more over. Okay. How does... See, even now, I think I didn't make it dramatic enough. Or... Here, actually, maybe a little bit too dramatic. And then he adds the middle section, right? Wait. Wait a minute! This guy had me tripping the whole time. Oh, wait, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Okay, he still added that part. And so then this is what I just now noticed I have not been doing. Is when you go to add this one, you only move these three down. Or up, I suppose. And then... Oh, it did both of them. It actually worked for once. And then if you take these and pull them out a little bit... I really don't know about that. I don't know about that, y'all. Maybe the lips need to be bigger. Maybe the problem is that they're not dramatic enough. Maybe that really was the problem all along. Why not? I should have loop slid that. That's safer. Okay. Let's see if this dramatic ass lip will look better. Okay, better? Yes. Good? No. Not really. Not in my opinion. We're getting somewhere though. You can see the improvements are culminating. Move this back up a little bit. I feel like the problem is almost still that it's too wide. I don't know how that's possible. I feel like that is the current problem. So let's just take the whole mouth bit. Go back to regular mode. Then remove the stuff back here. I don't want this stuff. Okay. This looks ridiculous when you look at it alone. Holy shit. The ears aren't even supposed to be there at all. Ignore that. That won't matter. So let's just like... Wait, hold up. Am I cooking? I mean, this isn't... Okay, wait, no, almost. This is almost, like... Almost passable here. I don't know, it just doesn't look right. The lips look like... I don't know. I don't know. I could sit here for hours and try to figure out what's wrong with this, and I think I still might not know at the end of it. The inside doesn't look any better. I meant to move this down too. Maybe it's that they're too big. Like maybe I just moved them out too far. I could just select the faces. Just move them out a little bit. Okay. Maybe it's the rest of the face. I don't know, cause okay. Let me look at other people's let me look at other Fox modeled characters. Blender Fox modeling. If you like look at these characters, like their faces and mouths don't look that awful. I don't know. Maybe like I almost want to think it's because there's nothing inside the mouth. Like there's no, I guess, teeth. But I feel like that's I don't know, that wouldn't I feel like you can't even like see the teeth. I mean, maybe if I get like really specific, like how to model a mouth in Blender. But the thing is, it's like I feel like every time I look at a different thing, these different people have different ideas on how to do the same thing. And then like some of the ways they do it will only be good for some things, and the other ways they do it, it's like, okay, well then I can't rig it like this, I can't do it like that, and this looks stupid, and that looks stupid. And now I just don't even know where to go with this. It's like this doesn't I'm not really I can't confidently say that this looks good. I think this looks kind of weird. I like the rest of it, and the rest of it looks fine, but this face is kind of atrocious. Maybe it's because the eyes are too wide, do you guys think? I don't think. I don't know. Maybe it's because they're, I mean, like, too, long. So that's not how usual eyes look, but I don't want this to look like... I don't know. I don't know, y'all. This is so confusing. This is the challenges of Blender modeling, alright? Don't do it if you can't handle this. I wouldn't recommend it. The frustration. Actually, wait a minute. It's almost not like... That's almost not bad. That's definitely bad. Ooh, mama, wow, that is not good. Let's get this back how it was. Maybe I should just settle for what I have for now. Get rid of this one. Maybe I just need to learn how to settle here. That could be it. I just realized I don't have a chat widget. I think I need a chat widget. I don't feel like setting up a chat widget right now. One more subdivision ought to do. Oh, that's the problem. I didn't subdivide every surface enough. And this nose doesn't have any nostrils. I thought about giving the nose nostrils, but I figured like it would look silly. So you take both of these and you inset them individually. Just like... Looks weird. I don't know, like it's not like awful, but it's just like weird. I guess I could leave it for now, but I feel like it's not necessary. You know, if I come back later and think, oh man, I wish my nose looked better, I'll do that. Maybe the original face was the best. I just wish I had a little bit more in-depth, like, knowledge on how other people were making these eyes work. What the fuck? Okay, well, I don't want to. I'm looking at references right now of other people's like characters they've created, and I know what I don't want to make now, and it's that I don't want to make whatever this is. I actually hate this. This looks really bad, but I don't think I could do better, and that upsets me. How do they do the eyes on this one? So they just have like, there's like in there. I don't know how to describe this. I feel like everything on mine looks weird. Especially, I mean, this mouth just doesn't... It's not pleasing. It's really not pleasing. Let's take a break from that, though, and work on the hair, because the hair is what I initially was going to work on first, but then I got all stuck up on this again, trying to figure out how to make this look decent. Well, that didn't help. Is it like going... I don't... Why does it... It's like it's... I don't know. It's like it's going inside of the model. Because it is. What is up with this, even? Is this because of the way I've decided to solidify it? A little bit more natural. And why is this even at an angle at all? I feel like all these should just be like... Oh no, not like that. Like that, and then I can rig it up to move a different way. The thought of rigging this is terrifying right now, though, as I've only ever rigged one thing, and it didn't go well. But I think I know why it didn't go well. Alright, we'll settle for that on the face for now. I feel like these glasses look a little whack now, because I actually designed these glasses over the old eyes. So maybe I need to, like... I don't know, I tried using a skin modifier, and it looks like okay, but they don't look, like, realistic whatsoever. Not even a little bit, frankly. Maybe we should work on these for a second. I mean, like, what is this? Really? I think one thing that's immediately apparent is that this needs to come down. And we could use a subdivision here. And then move this out for a more smooth kind of curve there. Why are there two right here? Let's turn off that subdivision too. Let's just look at this. Plain and simple. You don't want any, like... I don't want any extreme curves and, like, jagged edges here. That's not that bad. Another one here for some extra smoothness. Something I'm doing has to be wrong with this, though. We're just gonna delete this half. Oh, actually, hold up. Before we delete that half, let's take our thingy. That's funny. That's not the middle of what I selected. Alright, we'll just select these two then. And then do... Oh, I just saved it by accident. Cursor selected. And then we'll set the origin to the cursor. And then we'll delete this half of it. and then we'll mirror it. Across. And then we'll turn back on our skin modifier and our subdivision. Okay, that does look better. That looks significantly better, but now the only problem is that there's nothing in the middle because I just split it in half. So we'll have to E, Y, right to the middle. And here's a new problem. They look weird. So, you actually know what I'll actually do is now I'll apply the mirror modifier. We'll just come in here like that. Oh, look at that. Okay, okay. That's not awful. Looks better than before. These just need to be put more square on the face, I reckon. I think actually they look a little bit better. Okay. Now, last thing I want to fix before I attempt to rig this thing is the hair, because I feel like I gave everything a tune-up here except for the hair. Like, the hair just kind of looks lame. So the thing I want to do first is, like, add another seam. Like, add a hair seam here. I don't know what that is or why it's doing that. But here, actually, you know what I'll actually do is I'm going to apply this mirror. And now I can just take this edge loop itself. And we don't need anything past here, because that's not where the seam of the hair would be. So we'll actually just select this and up on our own. And we're going to bevel it to have 3 sections. And we'll take this middle section and we will just bring this in a little. So now there's like a bit of a seam there. I feel like it needs to be larger. I need to find a better way to select this too. I feel like the way I select things needs a lot of improvement because I always find myself trying to undo my mistakes, but then suddenly the mistake is too far gone and I can't undo it. And I just have to live with it or restart or something. Am I listening to a Happy Birthday jazz remix right now? I just realized that. Well, now there's like a little seam there. But it kind of also brought this part up, which we don't want. But that's easy to fix. Just take that in. There we go. It's not large enough to be a proper scalp, though. So I think we'll take these ones again and make them even wider. Then we'll just bring these down more. Or maybe we can just, like, scale them in, too. No, that doesn't really work. Oh, wait, no. Wait, we can just use the crease. We can just crease it. There we go. Look at that. That's a better seam right there. Okay, perfect. Now, what I'll do is, I kind of want to make the hair, like, just like more. Instead of shift selecting, you can control select and end edge. Oh yeah, because it would just start at this selection, and I can just, yeah, you're so right. I have no clue why YouTube recommended me this stream. Well, you've been brought here for some reason. And maybe it's to help a homie out. But maybe I should, like, I don't know, I want to add something here. Like, I want to make maybe little bits, like, come out or something. Because my hair in real life, I mean, right now it's atrociously messy. I've not brushed it today. But it's pretty, like, I mean, like, there's always, like, a little bit coming out somewhere. But I feel like if I do that, it's going to get really complicated really quickly. And it's going to look really whack. And I'm kind of afraid of that. Like, that kind of scares me. And also, at this point, I think if I go back to how I had it and, like, mirror it again, because I want to make sure that this can still work how I initially had it. So let's select everything on one side here. And delete vertices. And then let's mirror it again, see if it still works mirrored. It's okay if it doesn't, but I feel like mirroring is going to be helpful for adding these little things here. Because my hair is typically symmetrical in real life, so I don't have to worry about, you know, weird things here. Okay, does it still work? It sure does. Okay, perfect. So maybe now, like, I think it could add something if some of these were like higher up, so it looked like some of it was still like hanging down, maybe? It would just made like maybe these ones up a little bit. Okay, see, that adds a little bit of like shape. Like there's something here now, almost. And what if we moved them up more? Okay, that's too much shape. So that already just adds some shape, because I will tell you when my hair comes down, it's a little bit wavy. So I guess we could also try to get that wave type of feel by like, what's shrink and fatten again? Shrink, fatten, keybind. It is Alt S. So I think if we take some of these and like shrink them a little bit, we take this one, take this one, and maybe this one. Because on hair, the waviness starts over here, I think. Shrink it a little bit. Oh, wait, oh my gosh, wait, I really did not think that would work. But now it looks kind of wavy. That looks better. That already looks better. Oh my god, except for the back, what the fuck? Oh, it's because I shrunk and fattened up that too. So here, we'll do the same thing, but we'll just exclude these edge bits right here. The back broke. It sure did. It absolutely did. The back did in fact break. So we'll do the same thing, but we're not going to use these bits here because they mess it up. Oh, do you think it's the merge on the mirror? Does it need higher merge? Maybe. Increase mirror merge thing. Oh my gosh, wait. Oh my goodness. I feel so smart right now. You know what, here, yeah, let's give that a shot. Let's go back to how we had it. Oh wait, no, I just went back past where I had it. So, I do want to see how that works, so I'm actually just going to do the same thing again. Should probably make it go out and then turn up that merge. There we go. Okay, that looks a little better. Maybe we should shrink and fan it more. That's way too much. Maybe this just maybe if that goes out a little bit and then these ones go in a little bit. There we go. Okay. No, this doesn't look so awful. I've had worse. But I think, okay. So now if we wanna go ahead and try to rig this thing, which is gonna be a long process for me because I'm not good at rigging. I've done it once and it was kind of a fail. It kind of worked. But the best I was able to get out of it was like a dab and everything was broken. But I think that's because I didn't merge any of the parts together. So what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this collection. All right, and this is going to be our rigged one. Oh god. I always have my caps lock on. Rigged Kaya. This is supposed to be me, by the way. So we're going to take away the things we don't need. Let me just make sure it looks right before I delete these. As you can see, it doesn't, in fact, not look right. Not even a little bit. So what do we need enabled? We need to take away this shirt. We need to give the head. The other head. Wait. No, that was the right head. And then the mouth. Okay. We're going to take the rest of these things and just kind of do away with them. We don't need anything else. I actually think I will keep this one though. Okay. There we go. So now we have a nice clean Kaya here. Everything is as it should be. When in doubt, Blender has save incremental for version control in case you don't want to delete stuff like me. So you keep older versions and stuff. See, I I just duplicate them. I didn't know there was a better way to do that. Because if we go here, wait, are these bad? Oh wait, no, these are good. What is this? What is? Oh yeah, that. Yeah, mine. I think mine. I think I already have that because every time I go, there's like backup saves, and that's how I was able to recover a bunch of like I was able to change some pretty stupid shit I did with that. So yeah. But what we have now is now I think what we have to do is I just realized every single one of these has a separate camera, which is absolutely unnecessary. I did not even know I was doing that. But we need to merge these together, right? So we need to merge. I think at least this is what we need to do. Maybe first let's merge the whole body together. Where are your legs at? There they are. So this looks ridiculous. Let's merge all this stuff together first. We can like take this stuff too. All right. So. Oh, we need to apply these skin modifiers. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, you caught my problem before I did. I don't know how it's gonna go with all these modifiers either. Maybe now it'll look a little better though. I'll go through and do more of these. Um, like I'll take away more modifiers or like apply more of them if needed. Well, it actually worked pretty well if you ignore that it did not mirror. We need to apply our mirror modifiers as well. So, actually, I'm just going to go through. And right now, I think they look... Why is this above? It should be below. I'm going to apply everything but the subdivisions, I think. Because, why is it like that? I should not have that like that. So we can take everything like that. And I think... How many of these have those two? So this has a solidify. I think we might actually need to keep the mouth and stuff separate because these are going to have to move independently of everything else. So we will apply this stuff, but we're not going to actually merge these in. We can merge the eyes in. The eyes are fine. But we'll keep the pupils separate because they're going to have to be able to move independently around. Actually, because even when you merge them, they're separate objects. Can't help you with rigging, though. I make environment stuff 99% of the time, so have fun with that. I will. Well, okay, I don't know if fun's the right word, but I'm going to give it a shot. Another shot. My first time... Wait, the eyebrows also need to move independently, so we'll just keep that like that for now, I think. I don't know, I don't understand it that well yet, but I know that the only way I'm going to understand this is if I just throw myself at it multiple times over and over again. So, that is our goal. We'll get the eyes, and I forgot to do the nose, but the nose only has a subdivision, so it's okay. Okay. See, now it almost looks right this time. It looks like, I think I'm having problems because I did not, these things have not had their scales and everything, like their, oh, not what I meant to do. What is it? Is it Control A? Yeah. To save all transformations, because I have a really bad habit with that. I just haven't gotten used to it yet. I never save my transformations, which causes problems like this. So let's just go through. If I just like... I assume that's because of the merge. No? Why did it connect like that? When I did that? Okay, I don't know. I guess I'll just leave the hair undone like that. I guess. I have no idea. Wait, it's like this again. There we go. Oh, maybe it's because I need to apply the modifiers once more. And now. Oh, and the problem here now is because this eyes don't exist anymore, so this has nothing to shrink wrap to. See? So what we need to do is reselect this. That mouth too. Everything looks whack right now, but that's okay. Well, we're gonna fix this. There's a shortcut for applying modifiers, you just don't remember it. That's very helpful, and I appreciate it. We can leave that like that for now. But this doesn't have a target now, so I need to reapply that. But it's okay, because I don't actually want to apply everything. I just want to apply everything but like the subdivisions. So, it probably works out. Ooh. These are kind of like a weird shape now, though. I don't know why, but it's okay. If I can look, if they're gonna look like that and I can have everything else working, fine by me, really. I'm okay with that small little thing there. Wait, what did our... Where did our glasses go? I swear we had glasses, right? I just named them Glass. I guess I'll just... Can't I... There we go. Okay. There we go. So the shrink... They're too far from the eyeball, so the shrink wrap gets confused. You know what? That also makes a lot of sense. You know, like right on it. Now, shouldn't be a lot of confusion there. There we go. Okay, okay. This could be a lot worse. Now, I don't know if I should combine the clothes as well, because some parts of this, like I still want this to be able to move around a little bit, but I moved only one eye. You are so correct. You are absolutely correct. I only moved one of them. Let me just go back and unmove it. I don't know why I turned on the mirror thing, and I'm like, oh, I could just do that to move both of them at once, or I could just, I don't know, move both of them at once. Okay. Hey, where your shoe at? What the fuck? Oh, the shoe's gone as well because A to select all also works. That does also work. That is true. I never remember that until there's a shit ton of stuff on my screen to select. Well, this doesn't work because I originally had it mirroring the head. So there we go. Put that back on there. We'll go ahead and apply the mirror modifier and apply the solidify. So now I'm gonna make another backup of this because I just fixed a few things. So I'm gonna make another backup of this just in case. In case merging this stuff is not the right idea. Whoa. How do I always have caps lock on? This is almost starting to get concerning. Okay, now we will combine all this stuff. And I could color it. I probably should color it too. I just low-key kind of forgot how to do that. Because there's a way I was shown in the original box modeling video that was actually really nice and I liked quite a bit. Uh, why? Oh, it's because I still have the backup. Oh, another case of forgetting to put on modifiers. It looked like one of those anatomy class things. Let's do all these modifiers. Apply, 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 apply. We did that one. Okay, now we should be able to add it all together safely. There we go. Okay. Perfection. Okay, wait, no, the mouth. I thought I fixed this already. Oh, wait, no, I didn't shrink wrap it. Wait, this is... Why is it like that? There's a solidify. Oh, it's because I removed the solidify. Even then, I don't know what the hell I was thinking here with all that solidification. There's definitely a better way to have done that. That's okay. No confusion now. Okay, a little bit of confusion because that still looks whack as fuck. Let's just put it like inside of it, low key. There we go. That looks all right. Okay. So now this is the hard part. Making an armature is always like so annoying, and I do there's something I was meaning to try because I saw this on like I think it was YouTube Shorts or something. But isn't there an add-on called Rigify that comes built in? Yeah. Let me turn that on, and I'm gonna see, like, because apparently you can just, like, auto-make one. What happens when I turn this subdivision up? Oh, it just works well. Okay. But apparently it can, like, I want to do it myself, because I need to be able to know how to do this, but I am intrigued on this shortcut. So you see, it's like human rig here. Okay, well, that's not quite rotated right, is it now? I bet it would work. I really do, because based on what I've seen, this is like its ideal case. So we're just gonna... It almost fits perfectly. Not really, though. And we'll have to make some heavy adjustments here. I don't want all this face shit. We're gonna get rid of the face shit. This is just, that's too much. I'll worry about that later. I just want to see if it can make everything else move right. I don't care about the face. My face isn't set up for all this. So there we go. I bet there is a simple rig somewhere, but I'll just take it. I'll just delete it like that. So then we need to... Okay, now that works. With that baloney. Okay, so we need to take all of this. We need to rotate it. What in the... I don't even... Oh, nothing here is like connected. Maybe I should look for that simple rig. We can go to like Rigify. Generate rig. Oh, I didn't mean to... Let's undo that. A simple rig might actually work better because this has a lot of stuff I don't need. And I feel like deleting all of it might cause problems. Like if I delete all this shit, because I don't need, what, titty physics? I don't know what that's for. This is like supposed to be a collarbone. This is not how you generate rig. Yeah, I agree. That sounds right. Let's get rid of this real quick. Delete. And let's give this another shot here. Maybe I should just go look at the original Rigify tutorial thing. Not even. What up? Rigify Blender. And let's just, I bet the first result's like a YouTube short that shows you how to do it in like 2.5 seconds. Okay, it's not. Here it is. Character rigging in 60 seconds. Or setting up Rigify in Blender is easier than you expected. Okay, here it is. So then they just take a character. Okay, you need to apply rotation and everything. So let me make sure I've done that. I have. I saw like a little change in the face, but I'm not exactly sure how or where. And then let's look at this. Okay, they have Rigify. Okay, and they just add a human meta rig. Okay. And so this guy actually did kind of do it like I did almost, I think. Yeah, it looks like he just kind of lined it all up. So we'll just try to line it all up. But first, what I'll do is I'll select the bottom two portions here. I can just actually set it to origin. Never mind. Oh, I know it'll just automatically scale by its origin. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, now we'll add a new rig here. Well, here's basic. There's basic human, like you said. Oh, that's much more simple. That's exactly what I was looking for. There's that simple one you were talking about. Okay. Let's make these appear on top of the on top of everything else, which I think you do in here. Viewport display in front. Here we go. Makes it a little easier to work with. And I wish this wasn't all. Okay. So let's scale this down just a little bit because it said to line it up with the shoulders initially because that'll make the easiest to change with everything else. And then we'll take. We need to turn on our X mirroring. We need to rotate all of these. I wish they would rotate from this point, which we can totally do by just doing like this and then make it rotate from the cursor. I wish it would just do that for me. Okay, now we're gonna need to make this way bigger, like way bigger. I don't care about finger control right now. That's fine. I don't need it. And remember, you need to have a slight bend here so that your shoulder bends properly. Select the points, not the bones themselves. Okay. I mean, that sounds like good advice. Is there a reason? Like, why is that? Or no, shouldn't this be at the wrist? This isn't the wrong spot. It's like the point here. And this should be at the elbow. This is an elbow joint. So it'll be like right there. Okay. And then I guess they weren't prepared for a character with as big a booty as mine. Move that a little bit. This a little bit. About knee level. Easier to edit, plus I hope it breaks less if you do that advanced selecting rotate the entire selection. I'm kind of just prepared for it to break a lot anyways, no matter what I do right now, so don't worry about that. Okay. Now, parent, wait, no. Wait, no, I do it the other way. Yeah, parent with automatic weights. Alright, moment of truth. Will it work? Or will this have all been for nothing? I'm kidding. There's not a lot of chance that this is all for nothing. Let's see if it works. Pose mode. It does not work. Hold it. Oh? I don't know, it lags really bad every time I try to do something with it, though. Face stuff will not be a part of it, and you didn't generate. Oh yeah, I didn't generate the actual... You're so right. So right. This. Rigify. Generate rig. And then I parent it. Here we go. Maybe this time? I don't know, it was really... I don't know, something was weird when I did it last time. That thing I just did. Nothing. Did not apply transforms to bones after editing. I sure didn't. That's right. I keep forgetting all these little itty bitty steps. What the fuck? Even... What is that? Oh. Maybe it's because... Oh, let me go all the way back to before I generated the rig. Because the rig's already generated. Now... Yeah. See, we're on the same wavelength right now. We're low-key on the same wavelength. Almost. Except you have a bit of a smarter, higher level wavelength than I do at the moment. Now we've done it. Now we generate it. And now we parent it. And now we go to pose mode. What is... Still nothing. But that's okay, because this isn't how I intend to do it anyways in the first place. I don't know why that is, I don't know what that is, and I don't know how that is. That's okay. That's fine. Wait. This is the meta rig. This is the actual rig. Are they both parented? No. Maybe I need to still... Because I didn't parent the actual rig. Well, that's probably the problem. I parented the meta rig, so let's go before we parented that. I have to have both selected when generating. By both, I mean model and bones. That could do it too. That sounds... Almost... That sounds good. Yeah, let's go back to object mode. Model and rig. Rigify. Regenerate rig. Okay. And first I'll try doing this again, but then I'll try to parent both of them here. Wait, I just tried to loop slide this. Okay, still nothing there. So we go back again. And we parent this and this to this. First bones, then model. See, that's kind of what I was thinking too, but then when I tried to do that, it wouldn't let me do it with automatic weights. Parenting should be done before generating. Oh, that's like... Okay. Okay. So we parent this with automatic weights. And we select both of them. We select both of them. Regenerate rig. Maybe, just maybe. See, it's okay. If both of us don't know, then we can figure it out together. Then we go in here. And this feels more right. No, well, let me select any of this stuff. Oh, because this is, you select the rig itself. Maybe. No, you select the bone still. I think. I don't even know what's going on now. the hell? Okay. I think we just go back to square one and make the rig ourselves. Yeah, I thought this was supposed to be like the most simple way to do this. And now I go here and it's all this baloney. This just ain't working. Let's just get rid of both of these things. Okay. Wait, why is the rig still here? Oh, the whole... Oh, oh my gosh, it just came out all everywhere. It just came all out of there. Rid of that stuff too. Okay. We're back to square one. Alright, and that's okay. That's perfect, actually. Because what we're going to do is we're going to... I think I'm going to watch a video with it again. I wanted to try to do it myself, but there's so much, like, little tiny steps that are easy to miss, but if you miss them, it's going to fuck your whole thing up, I feel. So, we're going to make the smart choice, and we're going to watch the whole video again. Even though I don't want to watch another whole video, but we will. So, okay. How to rig a character in Blender. And I hope, because I watched the Joey Carlino one, and I liked the Joey Carlino one, but it just wasn't like... I don't know, there were some things I missed, because it was like a part 2 to another video. Because first he did the box modeling one, and then he did the one on how to rig it. But in between the two, I think some things changed. And it probably would make it more easy if I was actually using the model he was using, but I was using my own model, which might make this more difficult. Okay, this is like this one claims to be in 60 seconds. Why is it muted though?
Preferences, and in the add-ons tab, search for Rigify.
You fat fuck. Immediately told me to use Rigify again. What if I want to do it? What if I want to make the armature? If I'm gonna make the armature, I don't need that. All right, rig your character in 8 minutes. This looks like a simple character too. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what the video that they're gonna do in this video. But let me look a little bit into this and see if I can like. I wonder if they're gonna discuss all of the things I need to hear. Because I remember weight painting. I know how to weight paint. That's like kind of easy sometimes. Okay.
Transform it into something that we can animate like this. That's what we're going to talk about in this video.
Yes.
Rigging.
Perfect. Beautiful.
3D
That'll make this a lot easier.
Statues.
Okay, this is getting overstimulating. Let me pause the music.
Can't move at all, and 3D
Okay,
character rigging
so
is essentially putting joints inside of those statues
thanks.
in order that they can bend and.
Thanks.
I am not a professional.
I actually already know that part.
Minutes. So first and foremost, I'm gonna scooch this tab on over because we reach to hide it. Then press Shift plus Tab and spawn in a cube.
A cube?
Now I'm gonna want to press Tab to go into Edit mode, scale this cube down, scale it up.
This is already different from Joey's.
Or excuse me, the Z-axis. Then I'm gonna want to go press T to open the Tools menu here. Go to Loop Cut, place the loop cut in the center. And from this little menu right here, I'm going to increase the number.
Why are they doing? About what are they? What is this person doing?
Press Shift plus A and spawn in an armature single bone. Now we can't actually see our bone through our cube here. And
what's up with that? Like the stack of cubes that are just sitting here now.
Running Man icon, which if we click on another object, we're not actually going to see that. So I want to.
I don't even.
My bone.
What?
Go to this Object Data Properties tab and click on In Front.
That puts it in front. I know how to do that.
This is our bone. So there's two parts of our bone here, right? We
okay.
have this bottom part.
Yes, give me the fundamentals.
And if we press N to open this little menu on the right here, you're going to see that this right here is what's considered the head of our bone, this bottom one.
Now listen, I want your thoughts on something, okay? Now, you weren't here for the start of the stream, so I'm going to go ahead and show you it. But when I first started 3D modeling, which was how long ago now? Let me look, actually, because I've been writing about it on Twitter every time. So if I go back to the first post, which isn't too long ago, I only post sometimes, but I make like little progress updates, right? And I'll, post it or made. But I was using this thing called CG Cookie, and it was a subscription. It was like $20 a month. It's pretty pricey, but I think it was worth it because I feel like I was really getting like an in-depth learning experience. More in depth than any of these videos. And I made some cool stuff. But I started in, let's see here. I'm getting to the start now. Yeah, so I started around this, like the start of probably around, I started in November of last year. So I've been at this for 7 months now. I've been like hardcore grinding away at it, but I had CG Cookie and there everything was really advanced. Like not advanced, but really like in depth, which I really liked because I felt like every time I was I felt like as I was going through them, I was like really understanding the content, and I thought, maybe I could stop paying for it, and maybe I could just like, because it also worked really well. Like I thought I was learning it really well and doing it really well, and that's true because now, I'll go on to videos sometimes where it's like Blender tips and tricks. If you didn't know you can do this, you can do this and this and this. There'll be people in the comments that are like, I've been using this I've been doing Blender for 3 years, and I had no idea I could do this. And I was like, I learned that in the first 3 episodes. But like they have a lot of good course. Like they're they had these guided playlists by Gabbit. Make animals in Blender 3. The way around, he'll show how to do the Rigify bit. He's just like, that sounds great. But I feel like I don't know. I get this complexion. I don't know if that's the right word. But I get this problem every time I'm learning something. I want to learn it like as in depth as I can. And it sucks because like I'll run into a problem and I was like, "Oh, well, if I knew more about this, I wouldn't have that problem." At least that's what I try to think. Yeah, here it is. The core 9-course fundamental learning path. This is what I was gonna do. And I finished the 3D mesh modeling. But then the next one was digital sculpting, and there was a lot. I think actually I don't think it matters which order you go, but there's texturing, animation, and there is a rigging one. There's a rigging fundamentals course right here. And maybe that's what I should do. There's also a character creation. I mean, like there's so many different tutorials, and I only ever finished one of them, but I had access to this for a hot minute, few months. It's just, it's a little pricey, really. I mean, it is a little bit pricey. Because let me get back to my account here and I'll tell you guys the price that it was on this. We can unpause the music now. Or just right now. Let me get back in here. And my where is it? Wait, do I still? No, I don't still have access. Look, I mean, okay. I have tried them, and from what I've seen, all of them are very well made, and they're like pretty prestigious. That's what I'm thinking too. And I'm also thinking like I could go maybe I don't know, I shouldn't talk about this on. I feel like, and you guys shouldn't do this, but if you went on r/piracy, maybe they'd have it there too. I'm not encouraging piracy, and not that your favorite YouTuber Kyle Plays 123 would ever pirate something, ever. And I'm paying for Adobe Photoshop and paying for all these subscriptions I use from Adobe. Because everyone knows that paying for Adobe products is ethical. It's not. I don't think it is. I don't like Adobe. Is the act working? Is my front good? Alright, mega thread. I'm on r/piracy right now. Sorry, I know you guys are probably getting bored just looking at this model. For anyone watching this now or in the future. Yeah, this one had like I think it's on courses somewhere. That's what I was thinking too. Because it's like Adobe is genuinely so awful in the way they do it. I've heard, now I've never actually, okay, I'm not gonna say that, but I've heard that on, like, with Adobe, the way they do their contracts, where if you pay for it, if you do a monthly plan, but pay by, or a yearly plan, but you pay by month, if you cancel it over, like, a certain amount of months in, I think it makes you pay for the rest all at one time, or something ridiculous like that. tools, maybe? I don't know. Let me... maybe a better place to start would be looking at just typing this in. Course downloads. Here we are. I end up using alternatives for whatever I can. See, okay. I would do that, but when it comes to Adobe, first of all, the only reason I know how to use Photoshop is because I have digital design class at school. I use it because I'm proficient in it, and like I just know how to do it because I have that class. It makes it a lot easier to work with. It's also just because like help content when it comes to Adobe products is just so easily available because it's just like it's what everyone uses. I'm not letting this use direct. I'm not letting this send me notifications at all. But yeah, I mean, I use Photoshop mainly for image manipulation. Like I don't really draw in it, or really at all. I used to draw a lot. I used to draw a ton actually. And I think someday I would still like to go back to drawing, but it's like I don't know, I can't put in the time. Because there's just so much that you need to do to improve, and like you need to really, know what you're doing, I feel. This one doesn't have anything. Let me look up maybe just Blender. Here we go. Learn 3D modeling for beginners. Well, I don't need 3D modeling for beginners. I need rigging. Let's see here. Okay, well that's not what I'm looking for. That's showing me how to do Python game developing. Are you kidding me? I already did that. I mean, I think in some ways it is more difficult than drawing, but I feel like in other ways it's so much easier. I have done both, and look, I don't draw, but I know what goes into drawing. Like I'm pretty familiar of the skills you need and how to do it. I have a lot of artist friends, and I've just learned a lot about what goes into drawing, even if I can't do it myself, right? So I'm familiar with some things about it. What I'm going to try to do now is just rig this on my own, which this is not going to be a good idea, but I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to see what I can do based off memory, but now I do know what goes into drawing, and I think there's some parts that are easier, like, if you have a character, moving stuff around and posing it is going to be easier in Blender than drawing, because you got to do a whole new drawing for just a different angle. Like, okay, this, we take this for granted, being able to do this, but like, if you were actually drawing this, you'd have to have like an intimate knowledge of perspective to pull off, any of these really properly. But we just have it built in. We just, we have to be familiar with all the tools, but it's like, I feel like 3D modeling has a higher almost potential for creation just because it can do more. Like, you can do more with Blender than you're going to be able to do with a pen and pencil or any drawing program, really, I feel. Just because, like, just like I said, like, if you have a whole scene, you can look at anything in that scene from any angle and do anything like that. I think that's like the true, upside here. And for me, it's just 3D modeling is more intriguing to me than drawing on paper, even though I'd like to do both, but it is technical. It's definitely a lot more technical. Because, I mean, like, no matter how much, like, I know a lot of people who have learned to draw simply by just being like, okay, let's just, draw. Like, they just drew a lot, and then they figured out how. You can't really do that with Blender. Like, I feel if you, like, open up Blender and just start messing with it, like, you're not going to figure out anything. I don't think. Like, you'll figure out some. You might be able to make a few things, but you're going to be stuck doing things the stupid way, and you're not going to know how to do anything well. So yeah, I feel like that's the problem. That's the main problem with that. We're going to go ahead and make this show in front, of course. Why is the bone invisible? Oh, it's because I wasn't in object mode. So we want to make, oh, oopsie. We want to make this line up with the, what in the hell? We want to make this line up here with the body. We don't want to be working from the 3D cursor anymore. I think I should still pull up the that video as reference. Just look at where he's like, kind of like how he's placing the bones, because I'm not gonna listen to it. I'm not gonna watch a 52-minute long or a 60-minute long video on stream right now. But I will look at where he's placing things throughout the video.
What are you doing?
That selected.
There's just a lot of things in Blender are like just so, I don't even know how to say this, but like almost complicated in ways where like you have to do it over and over and over and over and over again. You have to learn the same things over and over and over again to have any amount of feeling, like any amount of confidence in what you're doing. I'm not confident about anything. I feel like no matter what project I do, it's almost inevitable that I'm going to run into some sort of major issue that's going to stop my workflow. But, you know, that frustration isn't that bad all the time. Here's going to be our elbow. We're just going to make one side of this, and then we'll do that thing you do. I kind of remember the basics. I don't know. I feel like as a person, I feel as if I learn pretty quickly, and I'm able to like take a lot of knowledge in, and you know, just like I feel like that's not a problem for me typically. That is a problem. I should be looking from a specific angle. But you know, I take in knowledge, and I have a pretty solid memory for a lot of things. But even then, you know, I still have to learn these things over and over and over again. That's okay. I feel like I'm fit for this. If anything, add a shoulder bone. Oh yeah, because they did it like that in the... Yeah, that's right. See, I say that, but then I'm making silly mistakes like this. This is just crazy. They had it like this, they went all the way up here, and then this one went all the way up to here. And then subdivide this. This one goes to where the arm actually starts. Oh, wait, no, it goes a little bit more. And this is our shoulder. We need to balance this out, because that's not where your elbow would be. Your elbow would be right here. My arm is kind of made in a weird way, but it's all combined, so hopefully it should, I don't know, it should work. But if I want to, I think I could still go into here and, wait, select, there we go. I can still select the arm. I could just like, how do I thought slash would get rid of everything else. Okay, well, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. If it doesn't work, we'll go back and try to fix that. But I could have sworn there was a way where you could like invert what's hidden so that everything else was hidden. Because usually you just hit slash, but that only works in object mode. So I don't know how I do that in that mode, but that's okay. So then what we'll do is we'll look from the top, and this one is gonna be our wrist. And then we'll go out to each finger. Or did they just... I feel like... Yeah, no, I think that's right. We'll go 2. Like that. And like that. And like that. And then we'll subdivide each of these. I'm okay with my fingers only having 2 joints. They don't need much more than that. Let's make sure these are actually at the fingertips, though. And then I feel like maybe this needs to be moved down a little bit. That. Let's go back and name these, because I'm really bad about that. Oh. This will be our neck. This will be our spine. This should also be the spine. This will be our thigh. This will be our shoulder. This will be our tricep. No, our... What's it called? We'll say bicep. I think tricep's the one on the back. Forearm. There's our hand, upper back, lower back. See, that actually, that's not a bad idea. This actually might be better. Or actually what I'll do is I'm going to do back, upper, so that they appear next to each other in any sort of display. Oh, so for that, I'm gonna let Blender do that for me. When I go back and I can do, I can select everything, all these bones. And auto name left, right. So then they'll all be named right. Yeah. It doesn't usually do that for you, but if you do that, it will. I'm gonna undo that for now. I want to have the names here too sometimes. You see if you... And then you have it, and then you can take all of these. Boom. And that is the right one. So, I'm gonna do that towards the end before I mirror them. But I appreciate you looking out for me. Yeah, I don't know if it'll do the other half otherwise. I've never tried, really. Oh, there were also some modifications I need to make to the original model so it deforms properly, but I did not make those modifications before doing this. If it matters that much, because our rig will be set up either way, so we can just replace what's under it and like unparent it and remake it, or redo the what's on like the actual model if we have to. So that's about where our knee would be. Sorry, I'm doing this wrong. And that goes down to here. Now look at it from the side now, other side. Have this come down to here, then to here. I need to move this down to, actually here what I'll do. I think there's still something here. Yeah. Wait, no. Let me just... There we go. Perfect. Okay. We'll snap this to the bottom of the grid. Snap this to the toe. And I know there's always a, you have to have a heel bone. So you take this. You shift D. And this stays at the bottom too, but this one gets like rotated. On its Z-axis. I think. Oh wait, no, does it get rotated? No, actually I don't think it does, but it is supposed to be pretty small. Like that little. But I'm considering paying for the CG cookie thing again. I really don't know if I will. I don't know. I might look for other things, but I just liked how consistent the information with everything was with it. Because, like, they know exactly what you're supposed to know. Because, like, different YouTube videos, you know, different YouTube series even, like, they don't know what you know before going into it. But that one, they kind of do a little bit. So they know that you might or might not have the info from the course before it. And I think this is not supposed to be parented. Maybe it is. I really don't got any idea. So now we have like the basics done for that, I think. I think that's pretty much like the basic look for it here. So let's get onto the head. So the head first starts with one big thing that just controls all of it. And I kind of want to see if I can get everything else rigged up decently before trying to rig the hair or anything like that. But now that I look at it, maybe that needed to be separate objects, because I don't remember if they merged everything in the original or not. It kind of looks like they didn't, now that I look at it. So merging might have been a bad idea, but we'll find out here at some point. So I remember, let's go back and obviously do our names again. So we got calf, foot, toe, heel, head. Okay. Now remember the way they did the bones on the face were like they had the bone that actually controlled it and then like a control bone. Or no, the bone that controlled its rotation and the bone that controlled where it was on the face. So what I'll do is I'll take this. We're gonna try the eyebrows first. Alright, so that would be our eyebrow, and then we want it to rotate on the right axis, but we can change that. You're gonna leave for now. Have fun, bye. Alrighty, bye-bye. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate that. It was nice talking to you. Eyebrow. And then move this forward. And this should be the control bone. We need to clear the parent. Oh, wait. I mean, clear the... What the fuck? We can want this back. We want to split it. Or separate bone. There we go. We want to keep this... Oh, wait, no, not... That separated from the model. I wanted to split it. That was right. Split. Subbed. Thank you. Honestly, should do some 3D stream myself at some point. You gave me a little inspiration, if anything. Well, I'm happy to hear that, and I appreciate the subscription. I'm happy to inspire anyone to do more. No, I think we parent this to this one. Nope, I just separated it. Keep offset. So now, like, if I move this one, I know. Okay, none of them control each other. And I'm not gonna worry about that. And then we'll add one for the eyeball here. At least the pupil. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'm starting to realize some problems here. I really don't think I was supposed to merge them, because now that I think about it, how will this eyeball move if it's connected to everything else? And it doesn't have any shrink wrap on it, keeping it in place. Oh wait, no, we didn't combine the pupils. That's how it'll work. Duh. I already thought about that without knowing. Okay. So now we'll take another one of these, and then we'll take one of these. Okay, I'll make sure this is in the middle. Take it all the way out to the edge, and we'll subdivide it. Nope, not that one. No, not that one. No, not duplicate. No. Subdivide. And then this one comes right out front. We actually need to move both of these. And this little bit's going to come out. This is mouth 1, mouth 2, mouth control. Okay. Now let's get everything to be named here. Perfect. Symmetrize. Oh, not in the right direction. Does it work now? No. So we need to actually just turn this, everything. So we'll take the armature. We'll take the backup rig. So we'll just take the armature and the rig. RZ90. Did not move the original model, that's okay. There we go. Now it'll work. My victory is certain now. I can tell. Here we go. Okay. Now we take it all. And now it'll symmetrize. We did not reset the rotation. I just realized that. Big whoopsie here. Big whoopsie. Okay, now we do it again. And this time it'll actually work. I'm telling myself that, not you guys. There we go. Okay. Oh, I didn't move the pupils. Okay, we'll do that in a second. Let me just make sure the symmetrize is right. There we go. Beautiful. Are the shoes separate? No, that's just... Okay. Oh, I didn't even know how... I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Everything is back to normal? I thought it would be back to normal. What's going on there? It's like not far enough out. working. What the hell? Maybe it's because it must not have been rotating from the right point. Let's unrotate all this junk. It's not rotating on the right axis. No, it's rotating on the right axis, but it's not like... What I'm saying makes sense to me, y'all. So let's make it... Yeah, we need to give it the same origin. So select... First we'll select this, and then cursor to selected. So now that's at that origin. And now I take all these things. Object, set origin, 3D cursor, RZ90. Just like I remember it. Almost. There we go. Okay. Now I wonder if we can like try like I wonder if we could just stop right here and try and see if it'll work. Maybe it will. Oh! Would you look at that? It works. I don't know why it's so laggy. Look at that. It actually kind of works. How do these fingers work? Look at that. Wow. Life sure is beautiful, y'all, ain't it? I think it's working. I really don't know what's... Oh, it's probably laggy because of all the fucking subdivisions. Yeah, here, let me... We don't need the subdivisions right now. It's okay if it looks a little weird. Am I tweaking? Oh, there we go. It's gonna be less laggy now. Yeah, it's much less laggy. So as you can see, that's not exactly the kind of movement we're looking for here. This ain't taking the pants with it. It's working with the leg really well, though. Just like kind of independent of it. So, okay, what we need to do then is weight paint this. Because I would like to see if we can, because if we can get it working with just this, that'd be great. Now, obviously, some immediate errors here. Those do not follow with the head. And that is not how heads move. It's also not taking the eyeballs with it. So we'll take all of these. And then take this one. And, okay, there we go. Take this one. Keep offset. So now when I move this one in pose mode, it might actually work. There we go. It's a little bit better. Now we need to do some weight painting. Actually, let me test out how the eyebrows move, if at all. Okay, no. Looks like that decided to control the hair. Okay, so something we need to do for this, I recall. I'm not gonna lie, I look for how to do this part. Alright. Pupil right, okay. Okay, so we're on pupil right now. Which is, we don't want it to be controlling this. We want it to, how do I remove? Is it Alt? Control? There we go. We don't want the pupil to move anything but the freaking pupil. Make this bigger. Now that's the thing, this can't move the pupil because the pupil is separate. So it looks like it is able to move these things separately within each other, so we can just go ahead and combine everything even further than we already did. So we can take the pupils, the brows, the glasses, and let's actually hold off on the glasses. No, we can do the glasses, the mouth, the nose. Active object is not a selectable mesh. That messed some things up. Oh yeah, because we didn't apply all those modifiers. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh wait, the shrink wrap wasn't even applied. There we go, now apply, apply. Reapply this. Apply, apply, apply. The nose is already in there. Apply. Okay. There we go. That's a nightmare to look at in object mode, so we're not going to look at it in object mode. We're going to go back to weight painting. Okay. Ooh, beautiful. Now, we need to do the fingers. That's okay. So, how do you select one while you're actually in here? I wonder. Let me look at this up real quick. How to select bone in weight painting. Control and shift. Okay. This isn't working. Let's look more here. Select your armature and then shift click the mesh. Okay. I made it right. Armature and then mesh. I actually did that right the first time. I just can't select the bones. There's a bone select mode in here apparently. Okay. No. Smear, no. Oh wait, here we are. Where's our bone select mode? So I know I can just select them from here, but I don't want to do that. I guess for now that's what we'll do. So we don't want people left selecting anything but the pupil. That's your only job. Alright, so now when I go to pose mode, it should let me move that. I like to get this whole thing red, but it doesn't want to let me do that. So we're going to go back to object mode. Pose. Okay, that just moves everything. And some of that too. Why? That's the question. Not sure why that's happening. I remember there being a way in the video to look at just one section of something. Did that change my subdivision level? What's this doing? Oh, it's changing. I'm so stupid. If I separate it, what the fuck? Yeah, see, this other side is blue. Just make the whole thing red. Then we recombine it. Then we recombine it here. Then maybe it'll move right. We'll go back to our weight painting mode and see if it saved that. It did. It's still moving the whole thing and some of this shit too. Oh, lordy, 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 lordy. Why, Lord, why? I have to take a break here. And, I really am considering purchasing the CG cookie thing again. I'm gonna get paid tomorrow, too. I won't even feel like I paid for anything. Well, let's... Hold on, I think something that I need to do is... There's something with... There's something you do with bones that makes it so that if one part has weight selected, it's not gonna let anything else have that weight. It's like, maybe, it's like normalizing it or something. Is that just done, maybe you do that inside the rig. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what you do. Like, maybe it's a setting in here. Let's see. Like, there should be a setting like auto normalize, I think. That's for physics. I really don't know. But I might have to call it quits here, y'all. I'm not getting anywhere. I think I wanna... I don't wanna just like... Okay, here's my problem. I don't wanna just sit on stream and do a course on stream. I feel like that's gonna get boring so quickly. So it's like, I don't even know. But I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna call it quits right here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I appreciate you guys coming out and watching this stream, even if we didn't really get that much done for 2 hours of work. I mean, really, if you look at it, all we did was slightly improve the face and make several failed armatures. So, do with that what you will. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys have a wonderful day if you're watching this as a pod right now. And you guys,